Sup y'all, Wenny here, and today we're going to be checking out the Transmigratory Teapot, which makes me think of the Teapot realm from Genshin Impact, but it's probably nothing like that at all. So, it says it's safe though, but also there was a change up. On blankety blank 2000 something, SCP-1416-1, the anomalous object formerly designated 1416, was discovered no longer to be in the possession of the Foundation. The following special containment procedures therefore pertain only to any remaining samples of 2 produced during the testing of 1 between blankety blank 2000 something and blankety blank 2000 something else. Special containment procedures. Preparations of 2 should be kept in a clearly labeled airtight containers within a standard refrigerated storage unit in Safe Wing C at Sector 25. Due to the severely limited remaining supply of 2 and unresolved security implications arising from prior experimentation, any further test proposals should be submitted in writing to Sector Management. Description: SCP-1416 currently comprises 14 samples of a refrigerated liquid substance designated 2, produced using 1, which is no longer in containment. Chemically, each sample consists of pure distilled water, trace minerals from 1, and biological matter from a human tissue sample. A full inventory of extant samples can be found below Addendum 1, and there it is. When ingested by a higher primate, samples of 2 induce 1 to 3 seconds of highly erratic brain activity, registering on EEG as pronounced gamma rhythms. When questioned, human test subjects almost without exception claim to have experienced during this period the entire lifespan of the individual whose tissue was used to prepare the 2 sample, which may be many decades of subjective time. Test subjects are further able to relay considerable information previously unknown to them regarding the donor individual. However, subjects state they had no memory of their real identity during their experience. I feel like if you take a drink of a liquid, if you take a drink of distilled water and it makes you experience the entire lifespan of somebody in 1 to 3 seconds, you should not come out the other side of that functional. If you get hit with decades of somebody's life in the span of 1 to 3 seconds, your brain should just stop, man. Like, bzz. Anyway, access archive description. Description: SCP-1416 is a ceramic vessel apparently designed for the preparation of tea, in the shape of a human head with quapaw facial markings. Thermoluminescence dating indicates 1416 to have been manufactured in the mid-16th century. The anomalous effects become apparent only when a sample of human flesh of 17 milligrams or greater is placed in the vessel prior to boiling water within it. The resulting liquid, when ingested by higher primates, induces highly erratic brain activity and rapid memory formation, which is subjectively perceived as experiencing the entire lifespan of the individual whose flesh was used to prepare the liquid. Addendum 1. The tests. So, Test 2-1. Date created unknown. Index finger male, Caucasian 30 to 40. Tissue found in 1 prior to containment, likely not sampled under experimentally sound conditions. Test 2. Distal phalanx, male, black African, 26. Donor has a history of mental health problems, received a discretionary life sentence for aggravated assault. D-class subjects administered this preparation have been noted to subsequently exhibit atypical behavior consistent with the donor's offender class. Okay. Intermediate phalanx, same person, same thing, same person, same thing. Intermediate phalanx, male, white, British, 55. Subject convicted in something 1980 something of multiple murders. Testing samples from the subject indicated this not to be the case. Ear, male, white, British, 55. Same thing. So they drank tea made from one of the finger bones of this dude and discovered that he did not actually do the murders he was convicted of. Huh. 23 milligrams of biopsy of a female Pakistani woman who was 23. Well, I said female Pakistani woman. That's just saying that twice anyway. Had been administered 2 prior to biopsy sample. Preparations of this nature determined effective in capturing nested experiences, but also frequently induced disorientation and identity confusion. Biopsy of a male orangutan who was 5. Other samples of this nature shown ineffective in inducing gamma activity. 25 milligrams biopsy of a white British 28-year-old male and a Pakistan male. What? Pakistan. Okay. Other blended samples of this nature produced a confused and truncated experience, but may still be of limited value. 19 milligrams biopsy white British HNA, stillbirth, sample effective, donor tissue from Blank Blank Hospital, Surrey. Notably, samples of this nature do not induce an objectively shorter period of gamma activity than samples where a much longer period of time is experienced. Proximal phalanx of a 50 to 60-year-old Caucasian male. Donor tissue from preserved corpse circa approximately 4000 BCE. Other samples of this nature have proven effective. Finger of a white and black Caribbean dude. Subject was a suspected collaborator with the group of interest Marshall Carter and Dark. 2 other surplus samples were created from the subject but were since destroyed. 25 milligram biopsy of a Chinese woman who was 27. Biopsy donated by junior researcher Chen. See Dr. Barker's statement below. Is that the incident report? 17 milligram biopsy of someone classified by order of somebody else, probably one of the O5s. Incident report 1. On blankety blank 2000-something, an experimental procedure devised by junior researcher Linda Shen to better verify the retention and accuracy of memories encoded via ingesting 2 was approved by Dr. Barker. This procedure involved the production of several preparations of 2 from a punch biopsy donated by researcher Chen, which were then to be administered to disposable dudes. A risk assessment was produced for the experiment, including the possibility of test subjects acquiring sensitive information about the facility or other special containment procedures. Junior researcher Chen's lack of prior involvement with Euclid or Keter class or memetic objects was considered to play a prominent role in the approval of the test proposal. D3127, formerly an inmate of HMP Belmarsh, was administered a sample of 2 produced using junior researcher Chen's biopsy and exhibited a highly atypical response to the substance. The subject claimed that he was, in fact, junior researcher Chen and that he strongly believed the individual who had previously administered the sample to now be D3127. He elaborated his theory that 1416 transfers consciousness between the donor and the subject, contrary to existing theories as to the object's method of operation. Sector management directed that, despite the high possibility of D3127 being either delusional or deliberately attempting to mislead Foundation staff, there was no alternative but to subject both D3127 and junior researcher Chen to Procedure 552 Hepburn to eliminate the possibility that a transfer of consciousness had taken place. Ultimately, it was concluded that such a transfer had not taken place due to signs of confabulation and evasion present in 3127 under high-level interrogation that were not present in junior researcher Chen under the same levels of duress. After the conclusion of the procedure, junior researcher Chen was permitted 6 months paid leave. On her return, sector medical staff declined to certify her ready to resume work, and she has since opted to discontinue work with the Foundation. I take full responsibility for the failure to foresee an attempt by a D-class subject to manipulate facility security in this fashion, and for the subsequent psychiatric issues suffered by junior researcher Chen following psycho-epistemological interrogation as a part of Procedure 552 Hepburn. I am unfortunately unable to comment on any authorized or unauthorized use of one which may have taken place immediately following Incident 1, and must again refer security staff investigating the disappearance of the object to the chain of command. What the heck does that mean? Psychoepistemology, a term coined by Ayn Rand, pertains not to the content of a man's ideas, but to his method of awareness, i.e. the method by which his mind habitually deals with its content. The subconscious is an integrating mechanism. That did not explain anything. Thanks for nothing. Addendum 2. A standard inventory of safe when C items on blankety blank 2000-something by junior researcher Nielsen determined that the containment locker logged as containing 1 was in fact empty. An investigation and review of CCTV and access logs was carried out. However, exceptional circumstances mean that much of this data is classified at a level beyond normal sector security. Attempts have since been made to reconstruct the last point at which the object was seen by any given staff member, including the collection of affidavits as to lives subjectively experienced in the testing too. Let's see, access to the timeline. Okay, okay, 2 blanked out people. Okay. Green shading. 1 confirmed in Foundation possessive. Denotes access to any of the component. Not 1. Linda Chen, formerly a junior researcher at Sector 25, opted to provide the following statement in lieu of a sworn affidavit when contacted. I want this on the record. If I had done it, I would have taken a hammer and smashed it into 1,000 pieces right in front of everyone. That's the only way you can be sure. I've had a lot of time to think about this. As long as it exists, you can't be sure who you are. You might be you. Or you might be someone else experiencing your life in the future, and you start wondering, does it even matter which? The only thing you can know for sure is that if you see someone die, you can't be them. I saw D3127's body after they pulled it out of that room. That's the only way I know I'm not him, drinking another cup of me. Or worse, someone drinking a cup of him, experiencing him drinking a cup of me. Do you get it? Until you see the teapot dead, you don't know anything. Okay, so it looks like that test and that particular disposable dude being a jackass about it drove Linda Chen insane. So, or probably the testing they did to make sure that Linda Chen was Linda Chen. Because whatever that Ayn Rand nonsense was that they did to her, she went insane. And got 6 months paid leave and then quit work for the Foundation and apparently was not amnesticized when she left the Foundation. That doesn't seem right. But either way, that's going to do it for this entry and also, I guess, Linda Chen's job. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you want to click the bell, that'll notify you of future uploads. And I will see y'all in the next one. Later.